welcome back. So today we'll be talking about Azure AD groups. So let's go ahead and check. So initially you have to go to the Azure Active Directory, click that, and under Manage section you can see there is an option called Groups. Let's click that. So what is Azure AD groups? So basically they are a collection of users, devices and other groups that can be used to manage access to resources in Microsoft Azure Active Directory. So Azure AD groups is a way to organize your users and groups into logical units based on their roles, permissions and other attributes. So once you have created a group, you can assign its permissions to access specific resources or applications, making it easier to manage the access. So this is how you have to create the group, so in which you will be creating new group. So let's see why we use Azure AD groups. So let's say we have different groups. So right now let's say this is HR team, and let's say there is another security team, and let's say there is another development team. Okay, so inside an organization these are the three teams that we have. So this is for example, so I'm just using three teams. So let's say we have different applications from like 1 to 7. So there are application 1, application 2, application 3. So let's say HR team will be using first 2 applications, and sec team will be using next two applications, and will be using next 3 applications. So if there is a limited number of people, let's say you have 10 or 5 or something like that, you can directly assign those to these particular users. It's just you have to take few steps in which you can just assign it for less people. Let's say it's 100, let's say it's 1000 or so on. How can you manage it? So there comes the Azure AD groups. So we can create a group. So we can create a group and we can add the people. So we can add the people into this group. So the people who are inside this group can have access to these applications. So if the person just go out to other groups, so let's say this person has resigned to this he has left this particular HR team, and let's say he's working in development team, so you have to just assign this person to this development team. So he's no longer having this application 1 and 2 access, but he'll be having access to this 5, 6, 7. So this is how we can manage this is how why we use Azure AD groups. So let's look into that portal. So you can see whenever you click a new group, you'll be having different options where the group type, you'll be having 2 different options, security and Microsoft 365. So what are these 2 groups? So basically a security group is used to manage access to resources such as files, folders and applications. So it allows you to grant or deny access to these resources based on the group membership of the user or the device. So security group can be used in both on-premises and cloud-based environments, and are commonly used in group policy to apply settings to a specific set of users or devices. So on the other hand, if we talk about Microsoft 365, it is formerly known as Office 365 groups, are designed to help a team collaborate and work together. So they provide a shared workspace for group members to access and work on files, shared calendars, and communicate with each other. Microsoft 365 can be used in a variety of Microsoft 365 services, including Microsoft Teams, Outlook, SharePoint. So basically, in simple terms, security groups are primarily focused on access management, while Microsoft 365 groups are focused on collaboration and teamwork. So this is the basic difference between these two. So you can also check in here. So security groups are used to give group members access to applications, resources and assigned licenses, whereas this is used for shared mailbox, calendars and so on. So this is the definition about security as well as Microsoft 365 groups, and you have to just give the name that you want. So if you check just the name of the group, so you have to just give group 1, and description you can just add group 1. So you can add the owners as well. So you can add who will be the owner for this particular group, so that he can manage by adding people into that and so on. So you can just add any one owner. Let's add myself here. So I'll just add here, and coming to the members, you can add people. Let's say add these 2 people and just select it and just create. It will be done. So successfully we have created a group. So right now you can see we have 5 different groups. So just refresh it. You can see the other group. So it's successfully created, but it's not showing yet. There you go. You can see our group has been created, and accordingly we can add people. Accordingly, we can add certain people, and we can give the permissions that they require. So this is how we can create groups and add members accordingly. Well, I have multiple groups which I have created back then. So you can see these are different groups. So this is the Microsoft 365 group that have been created. You can see. So these are the properties of that group. So I have already explained this in the previous videos. So this is the particular mail for that group. Well, I'll be deleting this one. And if you see the group one, so these are the properties. You see there is a difference between these two. So this is how you have to create it. So I no longer required this one, so just wanted to show you how we create the groups. And most of the groups that I have created are security groups. Just for assigning purposes, I have used these security groups. You can see the group type, everything is security. But there is one dynamic group which we'll be learning further videos. So coming to this video, I hope you guys have understood the concept of today's video. If you've liked the video, please click the like button below, and if you're not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel, and please share the video. Thanks everyone.